I guess the question also we have to address is like, who is the focal character to bring us into the MCU mutant saga? Like we had Rogue was kind of the focal character on the X-Men animated series is Jubilee. On X-Men 97, it was kind of Roberta DaCosta at first.
Yeah. I think you could make it Kitty.
Kitty Pryde is great.
Kitty. I think you could make it Kitty. And
I'm pulling for Bobby Drake.
Everyone likes Bobby Drake.
I want to see Iceman because, like,
he had a great story.
He has a great story. I don't want someone who, like, you could do Billy Maximoff, people who are already in the MCU and young. We know Kamala Khan is a mutant. I feel like they're all going to be part of this mix, but I think got to introduce a new character, and so that, like, it's not all on one person, but you have, like, a new class of mutants who go to the Westchester campus. And I like the idea that we have Krakoa, between Krakoa and Genosha, which would you prefer?
Krakoa.
Krakoa is more interesting.
Yeah, Krakoa is cool. And also, I think because of X-Men 97 not being that long ago, we've seen Genosha at least. So we're like, oh yeah, familiar at least.
Don't you worry? I just worry that they're gonna mess it up. Like, I don't trust them to get it right. Because they're just like, they've messed up so many, not messed up, they just do lesser versions of it sometimes in the movies, and I just don't think they would have a Krakoa that lives up to the Krakoa arc of the mutants.
I completely see that.
I'm just worried that it'll just kind of
That's why I'm like, I'm going back to the villain thing. It's like them choosing a short-lived villain or like a big actor to play a short-lived villain. I'm like, I don't know what Marvel's going to do.
And they're going to take forever to do it, and they're never going to announce it.
And then they're going to keep dropping people.
These are my anxieties, that they're going to just like, they're not going to give the fullest version of it.
And people are going to continually be like, oh, scheduling, I can't be in it anymore.
Right,
I'm still holding on to the fact, I think that's why Ayo and Steven Yeun could not do Thunderbolts, is realizing that they had to be like a part of the 10-year plan. And they were like, I don't think I can do that yet. I'm sorry.
Well, I don't want them to get cosmic yet. I don't need a Phoenix Force in here.
No, that's
I don't need
the
Shi'ar. I don't need Corsair. But we'll get to cosmic in a bit. I think there's a lot of Earthbound great mutant stories that they could tell. Just get it right. I think we need to have a good Storm. I want to see an Aurora origin story done right.
I think
she needs to be one of the first movies that they do.
Well, that's the thing. I think she's going to be in X-Men, or she's going to be in the mutant movies, and then eventually we'll do like the Black Widow thing where she gets like her own little movie. Yeah. That's the origin. And also, that's the thing is like, I don't think they're going to go with like, actually they could her being like the little thief in Egypt. I'm like, I don't know what story they're gonna pull from. I don't know if they're gonna make her like, I don't think they're gonna make her close to Wakanda. That would be too. They'd be like, nah, it's too much. There's too much extra stuff.
Well, it sounds like we might get a new T'Challa in Doomsday and Secret Wars. And if he is now the T'Challa of the revised 616 universe, they could bring them together, but they don't have to. And I want to see her on her own first, you know?
They could do the Egyptian. So I would love to see her as a little child stealing in Egypt. But they're going to have to make like a couple mutant movies before they make a solo Storm movie.
I think focusing on the young class and like the young class and their relationship with their teachers, I think that is like a classic solid plan for X-Men, and then you have the school, you have the Wolverine, you have the Cyclops, you have Beast, you have like the lineup of teachers, and then you have the young kids. And I think that relationship between that generational gap, as they're having like government forces and Sentinels chasing them down, definitely 7 years worth of movies you can get out of that.
Arguably, does Disney even really? And this is a very ignorant question because I'm trying to think other than the Runaways. I'm like, does Disney have a lot of young kids in school superpower? I have to flee. Do they have the Umbrella Academy? Do they have Gen V? Do they have these? I don't think Disney really does have these movies anyways.
Not really.
And that's why I'm saying I'm being ignorant because I'm like, there's probably like, I know that there's a zombies movie in those shows, but they live in a world of zombies and they go to school with zombies. But yeah, I'm like, Disney's kind of missing this. Like Umbrella Academy immediately hit. They were like, oh, we're gonna make these outfits and people are gonna buy these outfits. Yeah. Same with Gen V. Gen V was just like really fun to watch these kids be not kids, the young adults being young adults. So I'm like, yeah, they just need to make this and they will make so much money off of it.
And you need, again, if we're thinking about it in terms of the parks, you need a place. You need a setting that you can build that people want to visit. That's part of the world that lends itself to the escapism. There has to be a place that's cool looking and you want to visit and go inside of. That's what the X Mansion could and should be. And get your production designers on the payroll. Like Kazra Farhani just needs to build all this, and if not him, someone else.
The school,
build these places. Part of what made Black Panther so great was Hannah Beachler. Like she built these places and designed them, and they look so cool, and we want to visit them, and that's what you need. I think they need to put their production designers higher up on.
What if
on
they just go to like a
budget.
lot? They have like a pre-built school on a lot.
It's a digital at-home learning.
Oh, I would throw myself through a window. I also we'll know what it is once the new rides or whatever they're building at Disneyland will be. We don't know what it is yet. It's very top secret. They're also adding 2 extra bathrooms. Jessica, why do you know this? Because I'm a weirdo.
It's all helpful to know because whether the urinals are certain height or floor
well,
length.
there's no bathroom. There's only like 1 bathroom in Avengers Campus. You always, because I remember I always have to run somewhere else. Yeah. So they're making 2 bathrooms and they're doing something else between cars and this. I just don't know what it is yet, and I know it's not big enough to be the X school. Like it isn't. It's gonna be small. They would have to, which I would be so mad about. They're gonna have to put this at like Disney World.
Yeah.
And I'm not flying all the way to Florida to do this, but I might.
No, we will.
But yeah, we'll go as we'll go as the class.
I think that's a pretty good strategy for Kevin Feige to go with. I think that could be part of his 10-year plan. I don't think we don't need like Apocalypse. But I think we need a good Doom as like the main villain of the Marvel Universe during all this time. So I honestly think Doom could just be a villain to the X-Men as well.
You think he would just stay after Secret Wars?
Yeah, or not Robert Downey Jr. Get a new Victor Von Doom who gets introduced at the end of Secret Wars, who can just be like an arc villain during this period.
Would this one be attached to the Fantastic Four? Would this be one of their friends?
I think it's like another actor playing Victor Von Doom who was from their universe.
Oh, okay.
Because I think Robert Downey Jr.'s Dr. Doom's from another universe.
Yeah, 100.
And I think there's going to be another Victor Von Doom from their timeline who survives whatever that is, who comes up in the future.
This is crazy. This is basically the plot of Marvel Rivals.
Yeah. Just do that.
What if Marvel Rivals was sneaking in the entire... Is that why Emma Frost is coming? Oh, Emma Frost. I can't wait till she shows up.
So after the Mutant Saga, where do you go from there? One answer is go back to Marvel Cosmic. There's a lot of great Marvel Cosmic stories that you could explore. That's where you could do more Thor stories. You could do more...
I think they're going to keep going. The Mutant Saga is a Mutant Saga, but I think they're still going to do mutant-esque things.
Yeah.
Like, it's still going to be like more... They're going to become the poster board for us. And then Thor will be like the second build.
Yeah. I think you shouldn't have anything longer than a 10-year plan, to be honest, because like a good producer will just kind of let the market and let the audience tell them what should come next, rather than say, I want to do this. Like movies should kind of reflect the needs and the philosophies 100. Of the times.
But I don't think I think Marvel's gonna let the audience decide, because that's kind of what they're doing now. Like, not in a mean way, but it's like, yeah, they're going to be like, nah, people don't want these stories. They want this story. So we're going to put Wolverine back in here, baby.
Yeah. So that's going to be a big challenge. It can't, like, we can always have Hugh Jackman as the 10005 Wolverine who can come back in Deadpool movies and come back through multiversal bullshit. But we need a new Wolverine.
We do. Please, go back and watch the first one. That man was a boy. Hugh Jackman was so young. Yeah. I watched them on the red carpet, all of them. They were so young, and this man is still in it, still as Wolverine. And God bless him for doing it, but yeah, we need a new Wolverine. And it's gonna be such a horrible day to be a nerd, like to exist on the internet as a nerd. People are gonna be like mad.
Well, if you introduce these guys in Secret Wars, like we go to Krakoa and we meet all these guys there, and we kind of know who these actors are, then it's exciting. Then it's like it's not a Deadline article that tells us who they are. It's not a Hall H panel that tells us who they are. It's a scene in a movie where they're kicking ass that tells us who they are.
But I think the fear
is hard to hide the casting, though.
It's going to be hard to hide the casting, and everyone always has something to say about the casting. That's what the reveal is. I'm not more worried about it being recasted. It's that, like, for some reason, they already have the biggest shoes to fill.
Yeah.
Like, we cannot, for some reason, let go of Hugh Jackman. And I'll be honest, it's a piece of me, too. I keep saying, like, you guys or someone else, it's me, too. Because I loved Hugh Jackman Wolverine. And I genuinely am like, who are they going to put in there? Jamie Dornan? Don't ask why. Eddie Redmayne?
Charlie Cox?
Stick up for Charlie.
The other guy?
The Charlie Cox. I would love Charlie Cox as him. Also, Charlie Cox is tiny, so it would fit. It would fit for Wolverine.
He's not a big boy.
I think he could get jacked. He could become a triangle very quickly.
Yeah, for sure. That guy's fit.
Yeah.